is still spreading to more and more people, so we'll see what we hear about while we're on the air. Look at this, a total of how is it, this doesn't make any sense. We heard 5 million people left Wuhan. That's not true. There's not only 4,000 Wuhan residents still traveling. Oh, this is abroad. No, this is out of the country. Oh. A total of 4,100 Wuhan residents are still traveling out of the country and will return in the next several days. Wuhan tourism authorities announced on Monday, hoping that relative airline companies, overseas tourism departments provide convenience for the... I don't even understand. So this is 4,100 Wuhan residents who are out of the country and need to come back, I guess. I don't know. I'm confused. They can't fly into Wuhan, I don't think, because the Wuhan airport really isn't operating. Hey, thanks, Tom. Thanks for the super hearts, Natasha, Misha, and Espresso. Thank you. And thank you, I think it was James Matthews, for your support. James Mitchell, I'm sorry. So these people are going to be flying? I don't know. Hold on, I'm seeing this. 5th confirmed case in Australia, hat tip flu trackers. And from V2019N, flu trackers. Australia media, 5th case, flu trackers. Where's the link? Let's see. 7 News. Okay, hang on. 7 News. Australia. Fifth case, there it is. 5th Australia case confirmed. Australia case confirmed. So we have another Australia case. Hang on one sec, guys. So, Westmead Hospital treating 5th Australian case. Authorities have confirmed the 5th Australian case. A 21-year-old female student from New South Wales. She arrived in Sydney from Wuhan. She was not ill when she arrived in Sydney. However, she developed symptoms about 24 hours later. Have this on this site yet? Australia. Oh, they do have it on this site. I'm confused. Is this a new case or not? Because this says Australia 5, right? It's new case, but it says 5th. Is it a new case or not? I don't even know. I mean, this is right. It's published 3 minutes ago. I'm kind of confused. I'm a little confused about this. I don't know. This is an article that just came out. Don't know, but it seems like there were already 5 cases. Maybe BNO. Hold on. Let's see. Well, yes. BNO posted 1 new case. It is a new case. It is a new case. All right, hang on. There's new cases. Hang on one second. Hang on one second. Yes. I missed this an hour ago. 7 News, 5th Australia case, 7 News. 21-year-old female student who flew to Sydney, University of New South Wales student, flown to Sydney from Wuhan. The new 5th case, virus case in Australia is a 21-year-old student at the University of New South Wales, flew to Sydney from Wuhan. That's it. This is another case of somebody who got on a plane. So this is another case of somebody who got on a plane, supposedly didn't have symptoms, and then she gets off the plane, and a day later she develops symptoms. And we know the Chinese government said you don't need to have symptoms to be contagious. So this person was on this plane, flying hours and hours probably from, I don't know how many hours from, number of hours from Wuhan to Sydney, with all those people on the plane. So that's the 5th person to have it in Australia. And I guess they have to now inform the people who were on the plane.
Flight such and such contained a patient with the known coronavirus. If you were flying on this flight, you and your family are at risk of
For some
death.
reason, I didn't see that post by BNO earlier. Okay. And then they had some. Were these new? Or no? No, those weren't new. Oh, we didn't talk about these. So there's the case in Australia. Talk about these because these happened an hour ago. There's one new Hainan province had its first death. This is Hainan province. Well, I got to get the. Hang on one second. One second here. Hainan province is here. Thank you, Max, for your support. I appreciate it, Max. Yeah, we talked about there's like 4,000 people from Wuhan who are still out of the country. And thank you, Dee, for your support. I appreciate it, Dee. Thank you. We gotta go. So Hainan province is down here. That's Hainan province down here. Bottom there. Or China Discovery Province now. So if we go here and we translate, these were the ones that happened like an hour ago that came out. 9 new confirmed cases of pneumonia in Hainan province, 3 cases of severe cases, 1 death, and no discharge. So 3 of these 9 cases are severe. The death was an 80-year-old woman. Your underlying disease was cerebral infarction and was paralyzed in bed. Cerebral infarction. don't know. It sounds like she might have been sick before. I don't know. Sounds like she may have been sick before getting this, and then this is what killed her. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the translation. So she died 2000, and that's the first death in Hainan province. Thank you, iChataway, for the super heart. I appreciate it. So 5 people in Australia now have it. Now, what is this? This person, Dr. Trey, said the lockdown is about to trigger the run on rice in China. What does this say? Nick Morrow says he's global trade, the Economist intelligence unit. Okay. Seems there's already been a panic-induced run on all the surgical masks in Hong Kong, which is part of China. Every 7-Eleven, Circle K, Watson's, Manning is out of stock, and employees have no idea when they'll get more.
They got Circle K in Hong Kong?
They will deliver the masks tomorrow.
I didn't know that. Circle K everywhere.
You know, it's weird. I'm sorry. There's this thing going on. I don't know if it's because of the number of chat. It might be because it's the number of chat messages. So, what happens is, I need to put the chat on slow mode for these chats, or it will just go too fast and it's too hard for the moderators. But when there's a lot of people posting messages, I think this is what happens. When it's in slow mode and there's a lot of people posting messages, see your messages until like 2 minutes after you send them sometimes, because like I'll be talking about something and I'll look at the chat room and I'll be like, they're not talking about what I'm talking about. And then like 2 minutes later, I'll look and I'll be like, oh, they just posted. So just so you know, there's a delay, and there's really no way around that because there's a natural delay anyway. If you set up YouTube, to like not have a delay between the chat at all, the streams can start buffering and freezing and stuff. So I basically do it in a way to not have your stream buffering. So just so you're aware, I think it's because the volume of chat messages probably. Just so you're aware, I won't see your message right when you type it. It takes me a little while, so I'll try to keep an eye on that. I've just noticed the last couple streams on this that it's just like I'll see things and I'll be like, wait, I talked about that 3 minutes ago. But sometimes there's that kind of delay, so I apologize, but it does happen. And I can't adjust the latency. Just trust me, if I mess with the latency, the way my setup is, and given how many different streams I'm going out to, how many different places I'm streaming to, it'll kill the stream. I can't do it. I've tried it before. This is the best latency I can use for this. Viewer said refresh the chat. Yeah, I'll try. I mean, I'm seeing you guys respond. So at this point, I'm seeing messages from like a minute ago or 90 seconds ago. So it's not that bad right now. Just sometimes I notice it gets slower. Hey, thank you so much, Misha. I appreciate that, Misha. Thank you. Tom Cheshire, Guy News, posted this. He said, oh, thank you, Kyle Watts, as well. I appreciate it, Kyle Watts. Thank you. Tom Cheshire posted this. Controls at Beijing subway stations.
This shit look like some shit out of a movie.
So that's the kind of thing at the subway station. They check your temperature. See, he's walking up there, and they check his temperature. But if you don't have a temperature, you can still be contagious.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a shout if you have comments, if you have questions or updates at Lookner on Twitter. A fifth case in Australia now. Hey, thanks, by the way, to our moderators. Lamar Watkins is there. We are in slow mode. Why? Lamar, why are you asking for slow mode? We're in slow mode. Slow mode should be on. Slow mode's not on? I thought I put it on. Son. I totally apologize. I thought, thank you, Havasu Mom. I could have swore I put slow mode on. I pretty much always put it on before the stream. I guess I just forgot. So I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I meant to have it on. So now it's on. I'm sorry. All right, thank you, Lamar, and Michael B, and Becky Scarlett for moderating. Havasu Mom, thank you. Letting me know. Mark Helton, thank you. Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought I put it on. Well, it's on now. Thank you all. Late night with us. Moderating in the Periscope chat. Thank you, Linda. Thank you also for the Super Hearts, Misha, Irma Faircloth, Peggy, Espresso, and Natasha V. Hey, thanks to our Facebook moderators, too. Oops. And thanks to our Twitch moderators. Twitch moderators such as Umarath, Idaho Star, Smoke, Keisha, Callie, Daily Disclosure, Matthew Johnson, and others. And our Facebook moderators as well. Thank you. Thank you, Havasu Mom. I appreciate that, Havasu Mom. Thank you. Mona Sesby, thank you so much, Mona Sesby, for the stars. I appreciate that, Mona. Thank you. Let me pull up a couple of other sites here that I've been checking for some updates. There's a couple here. There's that one. Get that up there. And there's this one. Mars says, do you know if the virus causes any permanent damage to lungs or kidneys of those who have severe cases but survive? I don't know. I mean, what the virus does is it gives you viral pneumonia. I don't know the specifics on whether the pneumonia you get from this virus is different from other viruses, and what kind of damage. These are things I do not know. Gives you viral pneumonia, which is inflammation of the lungs. Hang on a second. Hey, thanks so much to James Mitchell for your support. Thank you, James, and thanks for your kind words about the mods, James. And same with you, NFG Vets. Oh, NFG Vets. If you sent an email to the mods and you haven't had a response, I would ask the mods in the chat room. That's not me. A mod can discuss that with you. But it's aftvmod@gmail.com is the email address. So you might want to try to email them again. So thank you, NFG Vets. I appreciate that. But the mods, the mods are the ones who handle the mods. Thank you, Meat Shield PAJ. Thank you, Meat Shield PAJ. Thank you. Thank you, NFG, for asking them about that too. Industrial Ship says, how long can they live in quarantine in China? Thank you, Industrial Ship from Canada. Look, I don't really know. It's a good question of, so people aren't going to, we know some cities are in quarantine. How long will it go on for? I don't know. We already know that there's one city of 11 million people where they're already not going to work until February 8th. They want them to stay home. But you do wonder how long, how long can people just stay at home for if they're not working and they're not making money? How do they get their food? How many people can be quarantined at once? It's a good. I don't have an answer for you, but this idea that you're going to keep the whole country at home from work for an extended period of time, I wonder how that can really work out. I'm sure you can do it for a few days. Is there a point at which it becomes, kind of realistically impossible to do? So it's a good question. I assume it depends on how many people are under quarantine and how they're being provided for. I don't know the plan. I mean, these quarantine stuff. If they start keeping people home from work, in quarantine places, the idea is that so what happens if the new cases keep coming? It's going to lift the quarantine. So I don't know where this is all going, and I don't know how long. I'm assuming that other cities will say you got to stay home from work as well. It doesn't really make sense that they'd let everybody go. Well, they already extended They already extended in the country. They already extended the New Year's holiday all the way to February 3rd. People were supposed to go back to work, I think, on January 31st, a Friday, and they extended it to the Monday. So, but what happens if by Sunday there's the outbreak isn't over yet and it's still growing? So I assume they'll just keep people home from work. But how long can you do that for? It's a good question. People said there's an updated BNO news. 3 more count. 3 more new cases. 28, 22. 3 new cases in Ninja Hui Autonomous Region. I don't know where that is. Ninja. North Central China. This. Okay. Let's see. Are these going to be cases of people that were in Wuhan? Let's see. No details about the cases. 3 new confirmed cases of pneumonia infected with coronavirus. 1 suspected case was ruled not a case. So they're up to 2022. Now we got to fix that. 28-22, right. Here we go.
Yo, this shit's spreading so fast, yo. So fast.
Sonic Man says, I don't see this happening, but if China made everyone stay home for more than a couple of weeks, it would affect other countries because think of the U.S. The U.S. gets shipments from China on products, and some countries may get shipments from the U.S. or China too. Yeah, I mean, it will have a big effect on the economy, and have a big effect around the world. I
They
don't
already
know what the
said some
China
shit
plan
with the
is. I
stock
don't know,
market
is their
today
plan
was
to make
kind of
everybody
fucked up.
stay home for 2 weeks, and then you can figure out who has the virus because the symptoms either show up or don't? I've said all along, I have no idea if China has any kind of reasonable plan on how to deal with this.
Ain't nobody got no plan for
Rita
this shit.
says she thinks cabin fever is going to set in, psychological unrest for these areas. It can go really bad, really fast, I would think. Yeah, if you have people just staying at home and not going to work, and they're not supposed to talk to other people, I think that could drive people nuts after a while. Richard Eve sent me this. I hadn't seen this. Passenger plane slides off runway, stops in middle of a road in western Iran from RT.
Hmm? Yo, what's up? Kobe Bryant.
It's kind of
So sad.
quiet
But
in terms of like news.
no, I
coming
don't
from
paint
the
celebrities no matter
So
what,
fun.
bro. That's not my thing. Trust me, there's enough artists out there rushing to hurry up and paint a picture of Kobe, so they got that covered. And plus, like the true fans of that dude, they would have been painted. Kobe's been retired for how many years? If you've ever loved Kobe Bryant throughout his career and you're an artist, you would have been had a painting of Kobe Bryant doing a slam dunk or holding one of his trophies or posing with all his rings. If you really were a fan, I hate when people wait till somebody dies and like, oh, I gotta paint him. I gotta jump on the bandwagon. Everybody else is gonna do a Kobe Bryant painting. Let me hurry up and get one in. Like, I don't do that. And then plus, I just don't paint celebrities
This is
anyway.
from China Morning Post.
It's kind of
Premier
cliche.
Li Keqiang
You won't go to
lead fight
the
against
Louvre
deadly outbreak.
museum in
He will
London
visit
and walk through the
patients
Louvre
in
and see
Mexico.
paintings of like sports figures or rappers or shit. You're just not gonna see it. It's not gonna
Is he
happen.
like the number 2 person in the country?
Kobe Bryant did? Oh, I'm about to draw a picture. Oh, you're so funny. It's cute though. It's cute. That was cute. You know. Now
Very
you want to
high-ranking,
draw
powerful
Kobe.
person.
Now you want to paint
Good
Kobe
job.
because he dead.
But President Xi did not
It's
go
so
there.
weird, bro. It's
It's
weird.
Premier Li Qiang arrived in Wuhan.
Mhm. I
Thank
got
you, Joanne
some
Hosking, for these stars. I appreciated Joanne Hosking in the Facebook chat. Thank you.
no, I don't know. There are some public figures that I do honestly like respect. and find inspiration. I
Jay
still,
Fowler says, do 11 million residents in Wuhan have 2 weeks of food in their residence?
I
And what
still
happens when
don't
they run out? I
paint those
assume they
people.
would bring people food. That'd be my assumption. Or, because they banned cars, private cars, at least in the city center in Wuhan.
That's something
So
else.
I
Like they
assume they
saying
bring
right now,
people
like they're
food,
telling people
or
to stay home, don't go to work
there's
and all this
supposedly
shit.
a bunch
Like
of taxis that
like he
can
just
take
asked, you
people
got?
places.
Do you have 2 weeks of food
I don't know how
in
you're
your
gonna work
house,
it out
like
with
right
getting
now?
people food. I mean, you have to get people food, but it's a long time for people to be, a lot of this. I guess some
Like,
groceries are open, but
can you
some people
go
might not live that close
the
to a
next
grocery.
14 days without going to the
There might be
grocery store?
somebody who always took public transportation to the grocery, so that's going to have to be something that they provide for.
A lot of people can't do that shit, bro. Go 2 weeks with no groceries? Yeah, 2 weeks. I can do it. Like right now, if I didn't really want to, I wouldn't have to go to the grocery store for 14 days. I'm good.
Thank you to James Mitchell. I appreciate it, James Mitchell. Thank you.
Just
James
for
is
any
RIP.
little occurrence, you never know,
Certainly
man.
thoughts of the
Power
people of
going
China
down, major
who are
storms,
dealing with this.
flu outbreaks where you're
Who are
quarantined
dead.
at home for 2 weeks. It's like,
Charles
why?
says, how many recovered? I think it's
Do
around
I?
50. I think it's around
You
50
never
people
fucking know what can
who have
happen,
recovered
bro.
well enough to get out of the hospital. It's not much different than 50. Last I checked, that was about it.
Like
Thank you, Charles Harn.
the main
I
thing,
appreciate it, Charles.
almost
Thank
every
you.
time I see canned goods, like if you ever see canned goods 10 for 10, I don't give a fuck, bro. Make some room for that shit. I don't need 10 cans, man. Fuck that. I'm buying that shit. I'm spending $20. I'm getting I normally get like
Looking says, I had pneumonia at
green
27 at
beans,
the worst
black
point. I
eyed
was
peas,
only 1
lima, any kind of
clear.
beans, with high protein in it.
When you get to that point, the body gets
Get them
completely
shits
sore from
10 for
lack of
10,
oxygen.
especially like baked
Organs
beans
in
and all
trouble
that shit.
functioning, and you hallucinate.
Then you see water. Oh my god! Every time they sell,
He
the
thinks
one grocery store over here
The
had
U.S. should
it
completely
was
shut down international travel until we know.
24 packs of water.
That's
Like the
insane.
the pack had 24 bottles of water in it. Man, for like $2. Man, I grabbed like 4 of them bitches. Yo, let me get that. I don't even need water, but I'm buying this shit just because it's on sale. It's cheap. I need my food. Try to stay stocked up on shit, yo. For one, honestly, I think I keep contemplating getting like a Sam's Club card or some shit like that, yo, just to buy in bulk.
So Hubei did an announcement this morning.
And then that'll really cut down on my trips to the grocery store. But I just don't like to go shopping. I don't like going shopping, yo. I really don't. So when I do it, I try to get enough shit so I don't have to do it for a while. Like, let me just. And like I say, I'm single. But
Wuhan will be among those.
Most of the time when I go shopping,
I'll tell you how many it was.
I don't spend less than $300 in the grocery store. That's like on the average. Just go ahead and get everything. Matter of fact, fuck that. Get 2 of everything.
80 new cases in Wuhan announced this morning.
And if that shit on sale, get
But
3 or 4 of everything.
There's a very good chance that
This detergent be on sale, I'm grabbing like 3 or 4 of them bitches, bro. The big ones.
The actual total.
All that shit. Once again, when that Wuhan virus started creeping around y'all area, motherfuckers dropping dead from flu-like symptoms and upper respiratory pneumonia. Man, listen, I ain't trying to go nowhere. Fuck that. Night of the Living Dead, The Walking Dead, Zombie Apocalypse. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be rushing anyway in the last minutes. Oh, we have severe weather alerts. We're expecting 18 inches of snow. Now motherfuckers want to run to the goddamn store Cause they scared they gonna get snowed in. Bitch, you should have been ready. Fuck that. I'm not about to run to the store, stand in line for an hour with all y'all motherfuckers. Shit. Extremely contagious viral outbreak has struck our area.
I should show you the Imperial College.
Health
thing.
officials advise everyone to stay in their homes for the next 8 days. Oh, I'm good.
Diana, I haven't
I'm good.
heard anything
No problem.
about cases
I'll
of
sit
coronavirus
right here.
in Virginia. I'm
8
assuming
days?
that's just possible
Gotcha.
cases. There's all kinds of reports of possible cases in lots of places.
Possible cases in lots of places. Possible cases in lots of places.
see,
Possible
these
cases
are
in lots of
possible
places.
cases. Those aren't
Possible
actual
cases in
cases.
lots of places.
Virginia investigates 3 possible cases. of
Virginia.
coronavirus. Most of the possible cases turn out to be false.
So they're saying a few
I'll
in
let
New
you know
York.
if any of those turn out to be actual
Man,
cases.
1 case in New Jersey,
you so much, Diana.
Virginia.
Thank you.
Man, that shit all over here, bro. That shit everywhere, man. Y'all gotta be, man. Motherfucker gotta be careful. This shit is no
Look at
joke.
the Imperial College.
Motherfucker start feeling real sick and getting the flu and shit, man. Like, oh man, it's
Excuse
flu
me,
season.
stop.
Like, no, you might have that
There's
that snake flu, man. That SARS Part 2, man. That coronavirus. That shit ain't from Mexico neither. That shit from China. Coronas from China?
This is-
Yeah.
Imperial College London. Transmissibility. Self-sustaining human-to-human transmission of the coronavirus is the only plausible explanation of the scale of the outbreak. We estimate each case infects 2.6 other people up to January 18th. This implies that control measures need to block well over 60% of transmission to be effective.
So
in controlling
each
the
person
outbreak.
infects at least 3 other people. I go to BJ's and don't play. Let me get the big larger detergent. Fuck that. I'm not coming back here for this shit until 2 months from now.
Prompt detection and isolation of symptomatic cases. Maybe, but that's this. But now we know that asymptomatic
Motherfuckers gonna be
cases,
playing
people aren't showing symptoms. They can also be
Not standing in this line every week. All these crazy motherfuckers in here. Fuck that, man. Let me get my shit and be out, man. Do this shit as least often as possible. Shit, last time I brought toilet tissue was like 2 months ago, 3 months ago. I got a whole case of that shit. I got a whole, like a case of motherfucking paper towels.
21 new cases.
Anything I could buy big like that,
21 new
man. I'm not
cases
playing
on
around,
Vienna.
man. I don't like
21
shopping.
new
Man. Fuck
cases.
that. If I'm shopping, I need to be getting some shoes.
new
I stay in the
cases
store all
in
day
Fujian
trying to pick out a pair of
How many
shoes.
does Fujian
I'm not standing in
province
line all day for some
Fujian
toothpaste
province has
and some pie crust and
56.
ketchup. Man, I need to have that shit at the house already, bro.
21 new cases. The Fujian province is
I'm not fighting with y'all over these lines. Then I gotta
there.
scan that shit myself.
Fujian
It's the
province is
bullshit
down
now. Now here come the bullshit. Now you gotta scan your own shit. Really? Yeah, I'm not doing this every week. I don't work here.
That seems like a
God
lot.
damn it. I do not work here. Do you have your shopper's card? You goddamn right I got my shopper's card. I need all my discounts and everything.
See,
and I
this
got a
is-
couple of
this
coupons
is
too,
really,
bitch.
This isn't good.
Let me get that. You saved $79. I know I did.
You know, because Fujian province just jumped from 35 to 56 cases.
No, I saved $79.
Their number of cases
My
just
bill
went up
still
by
was
like
312. Y'all
60%.
motherfuckers try to kill
They
me
had
just now with that
35
shit.
cases, and now they have 56. That's a very big percentage jump.
From
to go
39
from
to
35 to
56. Woo, boy, that
It's about
shit
a
spread.
60% jump.
Yeah, that shit spreading so fast, boy. We have 39 cases. Oh, we got 56
35,
cases.
and he's got 21 more.
21 more
That's
cases.
not good.
No. Lord.
21 new cases. A severe case.
I wanted to travel too, man. I swear, but I thought about traveling
There are
this year,
also
man. Like just
24
going.
suspected cases.
I don't know. I love animation, man. You know, Japanese animation. I'm not going over there now. know what I'm saying? Now you ain't really want to go anyway too close to
New
that shit.
patients were
Ain't
all
nobody going to
returning.
Thailand to just go hang out and chill on vacay, man. Y'all niggas too
What?
close to the epicenter, man.
The new patients were all returning to Wuhan and coming to Fujian for tourism?
Mm-mm. I ain't tourism nowhere. Y'all keep
All
y'all
of the new
tourism.
patients
I don't even want to go.
were
No, I don't even
from
want to go to the
Wuhan
Grand Canyon,
and
man.
coming to
Screw it. I'm
Fujian
not
for
going to see
tourism?
shit.
Huh. I wonder.
I read Stephen King The
I
Stand.
wonder.
I ain't playing
Fujian is
around
on
with
the
this shit,
coast.
bro.
I wonder. Was this like people who were picked up like at the like they went to fly back to Wuhan or something like that? I don't know. Fujian is known for its mountains and coastal cities.
Mount Fuji.
It's kind of a weird announcement. That the new patients were all returning to Wuhan and had come to Fujian for tourism, were coming to Fujian for tourism. 21 were from Wuhan.
Uh-oh. I don't feel
That's
so
a
good.
big leap, though. That's when you go from 35 to 56.
Oh, man. I gotta go to the doctor.
All right. Well, now we have to update
Doctor, I just sneezed
21
twice in a
new
row.
cases.
I need something. You gotta help me, Doc. You gotta help me.
We're
I
getting
got
close
the
to
corona.
3,000 cases.
You got coronas. The virus, man. The virus, man. Coronavirus. Shit, Doc. I don't feel so good. Yeah, I went to work today. I gotta contact everybody in my
update the
office.
graphic.
Everybody, listen up. Nobody panic, but we're all gonna die.
When we came on for this stream, it was
Achoo.
28:19, and now it's 28:43.
Craziness, man. Craziness. You just start carrying around a can of Lysol, niggas. Shit. Watch out. Back up. Coronavirus. I still can't get over this shit, man.
Let me just
They talking about, man, you might not show symptoms for
Picture
2
over my
weeks.
shoulder here.
China lying about how long they knew about this shit. Like, word? How long? Word? Since when?
August. And now we
December?
have 28:43.
Wait a minute. December? Oh my god. And y'all just telling us now? Y'all got some weird,
Covenant
what?
says
Some snake
Fujian
flu?
is where
Oh,
Mount Fuji
Lord.
is. Oh.
Motherfucking wait 6
Is that why
weeks
it's
to
called
tell the rest of the
Fujian?
world, y'all might start catching a cold that could possibly kill you. It came from one of our wet
That's not where Mount
markets.
Fuji is.
A wet market? What the fuck is a
Where
wet
is Mount
market?
Fuji? Is Mount Fuji in Fujian?
It's a market where we chop up meat and shit.
Say it.
Cause all meat got protein. We don't play over here, man.
There's
We
no
eat
picture
bats.
of it
You know what I'm saying? We eat cats. You know what I'm
there. Mount
saying?
Fuji's
Rats.
in Japan. I'm sorry. My
all
brain
that shit
stopped
rhyme,
working. Of
man.
course.
If it
Mount
rhyme,
Fuji isn't in China.
tastes
It's in
divine.
Japan. Why would I be looking in China for Mount Fuji?
we eat
This
snakes.
is what happens when
cakes.
you do too many
We eat snake
broadcasts in a row.
cakes.
Your brain stops working momentarily.
Hmm?
Doesn't make any sense. I could look at every province in China and not find Mount Fuji.
We eat
I know.
eels and squigs and
That
pigs that
happens once in a
squeal.
while.
Eat everything. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Boom, boom, boom. Stuck in the middle with you. People moving out. People moving in. Why? Because of the color of their skin. Run, 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 but your show can't hide. Because the coronavirus coming for you. Everybody freeze. Don't move.
One of our viewers,
One of our
Ruck, said he heard
viewers.
that Taiwan confirmed their 5th case.
Oh wow. See, nobody vacation, nowhere. Don't go nowhere.
See,
Stay your ass at home. Taiwan, Thailand, oh my god. China, you can't go nowhere, y'all.
Bill says ban wet markets.
The wet
Wet
market.
markets are where they sell like live animals and meat and stuff like that, and perishables. A wet market were traditionally places that sold dead and live animals out in the open. A wet market is a market selling fresh meat, fish, produce, and other perishable goods, as distinguished from dry markets, which sell durable goods such as fabric and electronics. Thank you again, James Mitchell. So one of our viewers sent me an article that claimed that Taiwan had confirmed its 5th case. So I'd like to see if there's other reporting on that. Oh yeah, William Yang reported it. Taiwan reported the 5th case. There we go.
William Yang.
Thank you, Eddie, for letting me know. Thank you, HBO Matt. Thank you, HBO Matt, for your support.
HBO Matt.
Yeah, HBO Matt. For Tylenol PM. I'm all good. I don't have a headache or anything. All right, so William Yang reports Taiwan reported the 5th case of Wuhan coronavirus today. A lady in her 50s who went to work in Wuhan, but didn't have any history visiting the seafood market or being close to wild animals.
Where she get it from then? Somebody who has been to the seafood market and around wild animals. So, hey, stay away from wild animals, people. They got the virus too. You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't like rabies. Ain't no treatment for this shit. Can you get treated for rabies?
I have to post this again. It's so obvious to me. So many people in Wuhan have this.
Yeah, you get rabies.
I've said it before. I'll say it again.
Ain't no shot to cure this one though.
No way so many of these cases outside Wuhan have to do with Wuhan unless there's an enormous number
of infected cases out there, yeah. Run, but your show can't hide.
Unless there's an enormous number of people who live in Wuhan who have the virus. Yeah, it's so obvious. It is so obvious. It's like every single case we read about. I'm telling you.
We read about?
The vast majority of cases outside Wuhan have to
about.
do with Wuhan, or it's like...
Tell me how you came to be in my woods.
There's something wrong here.
You're scared.
Well, yeah, the new Hansel and Gretel movie coming out.
Originally had to do with Wuhan, and then somebody got it from Wuhan, and then they gave it to like their family. But I just can't imagine. I can't imagine this many people outside Wuhan having Wuhan-related cases. If it's not true that in terms of people who actually live full time in Wuhan, so many of them have it. So many of them must have it. All of the cases outside of Wuhan, it's almost all of them have a Wuhan connection. It doesn't make sense that all these people who visit Wuhan and work in Wuhan, would have it, and yet not that many people there would have it. just seems like so many people in Wuhan have to have it.
They covering up the numbers, man. China don't want people to know. Like I said, there's one lady, this Chinese nurse.
It must just be an enormous one. I
She
just
put
have
out
to think it's an
an
enormous
estimate
number of
saying,
people
yo, there's
who have it.
90,000 infected people. And they're talking about, oh, we're trying to build a hospital with 1,000 beds. 1,000
It just-
beds?
Every time
You got
every
90,000
time we read
infected.
about
What are
a
you?
new
Who are you
ca-
playing
new
with,
batch of
guys?
cases from
Don't be
different
lying
provinces,
to the
like
global community
95% of the cases
about
have to
how
do with
big
Wuhan.
your disease
They're somehow
outbreak is,
connected
yo.
with Wuhan. Yeah, we keep doing it over and over and over again.
Just tell us the truth, yo. You can't handle the truth.
Not possible for this many people to be getting it, visiting Wuhan, or connected to Wuhan without people actually in Wuhan having a lot of it. A lot of those people having it. Oh, more cases. Hold on. 13 more cases. We're up to 2856 now. Which province is it? Oh, one new case in Taiwan. We already talked about the 5th case in Taiwan. 12 new cases in Shandong. Now, Shandong province had how many before? They had 63 before. Now they have 75. They went from 63 to 75. Shandong province is here. Hubei with Wuhan is here. Shandong is up here. Okay, let's read about Shandong. I bet if they describe the cases, 90% of them will have to do with Wuhan. Twelve in Shandong province. They don't tell you about the cases. There are 27 suspected cases.
Still look like shit, bro.
So now it's 2845.
Keep procrastinating on painting the walls and really fixing this shit up, man. You know, I done got into my comfort zone.
56, I'm sorry, 2856.
I ain't do nothing.
Hey,
else
thank
to
you,
the
Meat
studio.
Shield PAJ, for your support. Meat Shield PAJ, thank you. All right, time to change the headline again. We're getting closer to 3,000.
Or do you mean the TV studio? I think we're ready to start recording at the TV studio. I just gotta
Time to update the headline again.
get my mojo
Update the
back and
picture.
get the flow going. Books. Education, look. At these books. This education, take a look.
What am I doing here? We are updated. Firebomb in China? What do you mean? What do you mean, Meat Shield? Thank you, Meat Shield. I don't know what your comment means. Thank you, Meat Shield PAJ. And thank you, Mick123 Mick.
I don't know what your comment means, but thank you anyway.
Mick says, I'm not sure if this has been mentioned yet, but according to the WHO, the R0 and mortality rate is about the same as Spanish flu. I don't know about all that. So look, the R naught, how many average people, for each new person infected, how many average people they infect. So that's still being discussed among the scientists. And mortality rate, they just don't know yet. I mean, it's just, we're relying on Chinese statistics. it's entirely possible that the official cases represents only a fraction of the actual cases. There might be a lot of people with mild cases who haven't actually ever reported it. There, many of the people, a number of people who have it right now might actually die from it. So it's too early to estimate the mortality rate. I've seen a number of experts say that we can't really know that right now. And the R naught might change, but you know, we don't. You know, I can't really speak to this about like versus Spanish flu or whatever, but you know, they don't know the mortality rate for this, and certainly that R naught number could change. Spanish flu was an unusually deadly influenza pandemic. It infected 500 million people around the world. So I'd be careful about drawing conclusions from like those kind of numbers when it's really uncertain. Those numbers right now, those kind of numbers like R naught and mortality rate, that's only as good as the data you have. And as far as I can tell, the data that the scientists have isn't very good. TD Sports Card says a WHO board member is supposedly headed to Wuhan. I bet we'll start seeing the numbers skyrocket in a few days. At a certain point, if enough people get it, you're not going to be able to conceal it anymore. Thank you, TD Sports Cards, for your support. Thank you also, Rudy Mills, for your support. Thank you, Rudy Mills. Thank you also, Meat Shield PAJ, for your support. I owe somebody else a thank you too. Hang on, I have to say thanks to somebody else. Thank you, Lily. Thank you, Lily, for the support. I appreciate it, Lily. And thank you, Mick. I appreciate your support, Mick to Mick. Mick123 Mick. I appreciate it, Mick123 Mick. But thank you, Mick123 Mick. But I would just be careful about, I would be, you know, the Singing Bowl guy, thank you to Singing Bowl guy. The Singing Bowl guy also mentioned Spanish flu. But Singing Bowl guy was trying to make you can't calculate the mortality rate out of what we know now. It's like, there's so much we don't know. And again, the official cases might just be a fraction of the actual cases. It's not good data right now. So I would not start basing lots of calculations, basing comparisons between this and other outbreaks on these, on index numbers you base on this official data. I don't know how quality, I don't think the official data is great quality. Thank you, Helpmeet, but unfortunately, Helpmeet, need to remove that comment because it is so off topic and having nothing to do with the stream. We have to keep things relevant here. So I appreciate it, Helpmeet, but I appreciate it, Helpmeet 39, but we want to keep things kind of relevant to the broadcast. For your support, Helpmeet 39, much appreciated. Did I get Fennelly? Fennelly, I don't know if I thanked you. Thank you, Fennelly 18. I think I missed Fennelly before. Hang on a second. Thank you so much, Riri. Thank you, Riri, for your support. Thank you, Riri. And thank you also to Jordan B. Jordan B says, back in 1920, Spanish flu, they did not have electrolyte 4 solutions and respiratory breathing treatments readily available. Things are different now. So Jordan is saying, I don't know enough about this. Jordan is saying that there are people who might have died from the Spanish flu because they didn't have certain medical treatments they have now. Thank you, Jordan B, for your support. I guess this is an estimate from Hong Kong University. Again, I take stuff with a grain of salt just because I don't know how they estimate this stuff. I don't know how they estimate the reproductive number. How do you know how many people out there have it? I mean, we don't know. There could be a lot of people who do have it who haven't reported it. So I would
Gotta check that out.
take all these R naught numbers with a grain of salt. I don't
Yeah, I
think
watched
the
when
data
they,
is that good that people are working with.
I watched when they released some of the stats, like the official PlayStation representative. He talked about some of the stats on it, how it's going to be backwards compatible, and they showed the logo for it, and they announced that it would be out for this holiday season. Yeah, but they didn't show any actual images of the console itself.
I have no idea what I was looking it up. The number doubling time.
It's crazy though, because I'm still having fun with the PS4. Yo,
Is
like
that when the number of cases doubled?
I think only to the PS2 to the PS3
Again, I don't want to get too caught. I don't want to get too caught
was
up
the
in
only time I was like
that
anxious for that shit to come out. Like, yo, I'm ready for
Hey,
something
thank
else.
you so much, Jay Fowler.
But like the
Gabe
PS4
H.
and I got the Pro
Thank you,
with a
Gabe H.
terabyte of
Jesus,
memory.
you
Is
need to
like
stop.
shit. I'm good,
Well,
yo.
I don't know if they can. Jay Fowler for your support.
I got PlayStation Plus. I get my little
And
free
thank you,
games
Hans
every
Shelke,
month.
for your support. Much appreciated, Hans Shelke. Thank you, Hans.
But I gotta get that next one, yo. Fuck that. As soon as they announced pre-orders, I order my shit, yo. As soon as they say you can start ordering it. That's how I get every game console like the day of launch. Gotta have my shit day of. And normally I'll take a day off work if I have to work that day.
Kate Cadell says
The
number of
Xbox
people
One,
under
I
observation
pre-ordered that shit. Had that shit day
as
of on release
people
date.
who are at risk to get it.
The VR, the PlayStation
Continues to
VR
grow
headset.
as cases and
I pre-ordered
deaths
that
rise.
shit as soon
Nothing
as
else
orders
is an
were out.
indicator of how seriously
Had my
authorities are
shit
taking the
day
outbreak.
one of launch.
I don't know.
And
yes and no.
the
taking it
PS4
seriously, I don't know.
had that shit
So
day
this shows
one,
you-
and
this is
then
actually-
day one
this
of
is a
the
nice- this is a
PS4
nice
Pros.
chart. Look at this
I had
chart.
that shit day one. Had the
January
PS4 Pro.
19th, January 20th, January
Right.
21st. So the red, the orange is the dark
And
red. Is
motherfucking
the darker spot, the orange.
GameSpot
dark-
normally
the bright
let you
orange
put
is
that
the
shit on
orange,
layaway, yo.
I guess. Number
Months
of
in
cases.
advance. Like,
Weird color, it's kind of
orders
orange-red.
taking orders now.
Damn.
Like, really? Let me put $50 on. Put $50 on that shit a week. For a couple weeks, them shits on it. It's only gonna be like
Peach.
$600.
Peach. So the salmon, it's like salmon color. The salmon
Mhm.
color is the number of actual cases. The yellow color is
Man, you start
people
paying on
being
that shit when the
monitored,
pre-orders
like,
come out,
say,
yo.
like close contacts of people who have it.
You know you can pre-order that shit like 5-6 months before it come out. Sometimes at least 5 months. Start paying on that shit $50 a week. Man, you had that shit paid off in 2 months.
But
Just
it takes
waiting.
a lot of
They just be waiting
manpower
on that
to,
shit, yeah.
You know, keep up with people.
And that's how I always do my shit.
Hey, thank you, Lincoln Beverage.
Every time I get paid, I put a little payment on the PlayStation.
Lincoln, for your support.
A little payment on the PlayStation.
Well, it's an interesting chart.
Yeah, motherfucker like, oh man, that shit cost $700. Man, you could have started paying for that shit like 4 months ago, bro. You could have been paying for that shit 4 months ago.
Kyle says, thank you for the coverage. Thank you, Kyle.
But that's
How
just
much
me,
do you
like-
think this event will match Chernobyl in terms
I got
of
cars, but I don't got, like,
CCP?
Big
Well,
rims or fancy paint
I
jobs
don't- I mean,
or
it depends
special
on
lights
how
on my
bad it
cars
gets in
and
China.
I don't really
honestly.
spend a lot of
That's
money
what
on
I would say.
shoes
It
and
depends on how
clothes
bad it
and
gets
shit
in
like
China.
that. Or
I'm sure people, the average person in China
don't
thinks their
know.
government sometimes lies to them.
Like I just all my
But
extra money, I invest that shit in art supplies
we'll have to see how
and
things
video
turn
games.
out. You know, it's not, there's, the government's response is going on right now. So, government is doing now, is that adequate or not? Well, we'll find out later.
Alright.
Depends on what the response is, on what ultimately happens. But if it turns
GameStop,
out that the
taking
stuff the
pre-orders
government's
now.
doing
I'm
now
going
with
straight to
quarantines and
GameStop.
stuff doesn't work at all, and didn't even have a chance of working,
Matter
then
of
people
fact-
will even lose more trust.
The last couple of games that I purchased were actually digital copies. I haven't been in the GameStop in a minute, so I definitely have to, like you say, on the February the 5th, check that shit out and see if they mention pre-order dates or anything like that.
I'm certainly not.
I checked,
think to have a better insight on that, you have to
GameStop
be someone
website.
who lived in China and knew about what
I mean, most any place that
But I do think it'll make a difference.
sells electronics normally let you pre-order. You can do that shit at Best Buy, Walmart, some Targets, but definitely GameStop. GameStop is like one of the few game shops still out there. Like it used to be EB Games or Electronic Boutique. It was Electronic Boutique, GameStop, and then there was another place that was basically like GameStop, but like them other two motherfuckers done went out of business.
University med school head meeting the press. I think he might have said 20. I think this person, one of these people, might have just said this. 1,000 cases are predicted in Wuhan. If the asymptomatic case I don't know. I don't know if this was just said in a press conference. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. I'm not sure. I'm a little confused. Hey, Graham Murphy says every government lies to keep their agenda. Thank you, Graham, for your support.
Every government lies to keep their agenda. Conspiracy theory much?
Oh, here's something. Tom Hancock. Some scenes from Wuhan today. At this dedicated fever clinic, the number of patients visiting had decreased slightly from 2 days ago. Staff told me it would be possible to see a doctor within an hour. People there, though. That's a dedicated fever clinic. It's just for fevers. People in the same place. That seems non-ideal to have all those people in the same place, doesn't it?
Mm-mm.
Cars still on the roads and delivery drivers continue to operate, though they said they were getting more orders for supermarket runs and restaurant delivery. This is Yu Weng Jiang, who plans to work a 10-hour shift today. People are ordering food.
Yeah, from supermarkets. Nobody ain't picking up food from no grocery store. Like, fuck that shit. I mean, from fast food restaurants.
Supermarkets are mostly well-stocked, but some people are struggling to buy masks and hand disinfectant. A man outside this pharmacy said he visited 6 places without finding them. Luckily, I knew a place nearby where they were in stock. Goods delivery service is also still operating. Staff at this company said they were prioritizing medical supplies. A nearby supermarket put up this sign promising not to raise prices. The local government has ordered them not to.
No price gouging, motherfuckers. Trying to get over on people. Oh, it's emergency. Sell the mask, the $3 mask. That shit $7 now. Bitch, this shit was $3 yesterday.
Thank you, GT, for your support. Thank you, GT.
Well, $7 today. Do you want the mask or not?
Okay, check this out. Hong Kong University Medicine is predicting 43,000. Predicting or thinks that it's what it is. Hong Kong University Medicine They believe that the reproductive number, that everybody who gets it is giving it to 2.13 people. They believe the doubling time is 6.2 days. That means 6.2 days for the number of people who have it to double. Absence of public health intervention. I don't know what this means. The number of infections in Wuhan should be 43,590. Is that now, or is that predicted total? Chongqing will be hit hardest only in metropolis. It's a little confusing. I think they're predicting this. No, it's a little. I'm guessing we'll see some more about that.
All right, guys, I done did my little after work hour. Need to go downstairs and see what I'm gonna prepare for supper. All right. Well, I could let's see how fast I can fill this part in.
Hong Kong Medical School, I believe, is predicting the coronavirus outbreak will abate starting from June. So again, it looks like Hong Kong University Medicine, Hong Kong University School of Medicine, I think is doing a press conference right now and making predictions. They're predicting 43,000 infections in Wuhan, and they're predicting the outbreak will abate starting in June, I think. I have to see if anybody else posts on this. It's a little hard to follow. It's sore. Oh, Hannah Kate, the firebomb thing didn't happen. That happened like yesterday. Nick Kay sent me this. I tweeted about this yesterday. Basically, in Hong Kong, the government said they were going to put a coronavirus quarantine center somewhere, and people didn't think it should be there, and they firebombed it. That happened like a day ago. The mass protesters in Hong Kong on Sunday ignited a firebomb. This was like a day ago inside a newly built residential building the government had planned to use as a quarantine zone. That's what happened. I tweeted out about that yesterday.
Motherfuckers firebomb the quarantine zone. Bitch, you not putting me in there? Burn this bitch up before you finish building it.
James thinks there'll be 5,000 dead and 50,000 cases. That'd be a pretty high death rate. The SARS death rate. Hey, thank you, James, for your support. James Mitchell. Oh, MK.
Oh, the boxing game?
Here is.
I remember the last fight night I played had, I think it was De La Hoya on the cover of it.
According to best estimate, case count doubles every 6 days.
The Golden Boy.
Any public health intervention. Number of cases is around 25,000, while the per number of infections, including those in each patient stage, is 44,000. Is that now or eventually? See, this is like, I don't understand. Is now or predicted? I think this is predicted. King is expected to have the largest epidemic as it has a large population and the most intense traffic volume coupled tightly with Wuhan, among 5 cities.
Alright, shit not looking too bad.
These are just predictions from these scientists.
Not too shabby.
curves with or without a population quarantine are very similar.
Another hour or so, I can finish up the background with the books here. It's a lot of lines, a lot of different little books in there.
Reach its peak in April, May, and die down in June, July.
But
Look at this.
as soon as I can
These
get
Hong Kong scientists
as soon as I
are
get the books done,
that,
get the underpainting finished,
these Hong Kong scientists are predicting
we'll
that the
move
outbreak will
on
reach its
to
peak in other major Chinese cities
that piece right
in
there.
April, May.
So that's gonna be the next project.
May.
And we'll work on, well, no, actually I gotta finish the self-portrait of me with the blue background. I'll finish that one. And then I'll do the tea shop paintings. And then I'll come back and then I'll finish this one. And hopefully by then I'll have some more photographs or something to put on canvas. Like I say, I'm always trying to talk to models, always trying to find new models. Should just be rough, especially in Northeast PA when it's cold like this. Nobody really wants to do anything at all. So once again, I just wound up painting myself, or I keep thinking about doing like a still life series. I haven't painted some teapots and stuff in a while. Yo, I actually like painting like chrome and glass and stuff like that. So I might try to find me some old antique teapots and get me a nice arrangement set up and do me another still life painting. But appreciate everybody chilling here with me. Like I say, the piece is coming along nicely. This is the 14th installment to the Reader series. I've already done one book by Dr. Amos Nelson Wilson. I actually sold that piece last year. The other book was Black on Black Power, The Psychodynamics of Black Self-Annihilation in Service of White Domination. This is another book from Dr. Amos Nelson Wilson, which is a blueprint for Black Power. It's thick as a Bible, but very, very informative on the situation of Africans in the diaspora, along with tons of other good books at the bookstore. So I said we'll work on this piece for another day or so. Hopefully I get that background done and on to the next one. So catch you guys next time. Peace.